Now, towards the end of last year, details were announced for a new Amazon original series called The Rig. It's a 6-part supernatural thriller set in the North Sea, filmed entirely in Scotland. The script is by Scottish writer David Macpherson, and the series will feature actors including Emily Hampshire, best known as Stevie in Schitt's Creek, and Scots Martin Compston and IAIN Glen. It's been filmed at First Stage Studios in Leith. After many years of discussion, Scotland now has a studio facility aimed at high-end film and TV production, thankfully. We sent Cameron Angus Mackay along to bring us all the details.
I'm making my way through the Leith docks. I'm surrounded by construction work, ships and massive warehouses. This is the site of First Stage Studios, a brand new base for film and television production. Ahead of me I can see the studio building itself, and it is literally a big blue warehouse. It's hard to put into words just how small I feel in comparison to it. I'm on my way to reception where I'll be taken onto the set of The Rig to meet the cast and crew. I'm very excited because it's a proper behind-the-scenes look at a major new Amazon Video production here in Scotland. Let's go in. I'm with Sophie Spirit, who's part of the Amazon production. Now, Sophie, we're standing right in the middle of one of the giant studios, and it's pretty much just a huge warehouse, but right around the edges we can see sets, props, actors, camera crew, all sorts. So tell me about this particular area.
So we've got 3 separate studios, basically. Currently, they're filming in 2 different studios. They're filming a scene with a big blue screen. We've got lots of moving parts in our middle studio here. We've got lots going on behind us, which is another studio space where they're also doing a bit of filming.
It's amazing. And it's so quiet as well, because obviously the cameras are rolling next door. We've got to keep our voices down. But just to our left, we can see huge, long shipping containers. You were saying that these are actually part of the rig itself.
Yes, yeah. So that's been acting as one of the corridors that's been serving as part of the actual rig. The attention to detail is absolutely amazing.
Emily Hampshire, hello.
Hi.
Now, you play Rose Mason in the rig. Tell me about her.
Well, Rose is, the only American/Canadian on the rig. She is an oil company rep, and for that reason, because she's kind of the boss, she's not well liked, let's say, on the rig, which what I like about Rose is that she doesn't care. She's not there to be liked, she's there to, be successful at her job.
Emily, being a Canadian in Scotland, filming a major Amazon series, what's that like?
It's actually been amazing and feels kind of like home to me because, like you said, I am Canadian, but I've been living in the States for so long and working on American shows and stuff, and coming to work on this, I found that the Scottish actors are so much like Canadians. We have a similar humor and a similar work ethic, so it does feel like home to me.
Now, someone just shouted cut in the background, so filming very much is taking place just next door. Can you give us a little flavour of some of the things that you have been doing, some of the things that your character Rose has been doing in the series so far?
Oh gosh, I don't know what I can say without spoiling it, because she ends up doing a lot of very exciting things, but that would maybe spoil it. So mainly what I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of bossing people around, and when I'm not doing that, I'm drinking Iron Brew because Martin got me onto that. And
that's good to hear.
Yeah,
we like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Well, we cannot wait to see you in the rig when it comes out. Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the filming.
Thank you.
Aaron Hillier, studio manager. Tell me about the giant blue screen that we can see over to the right-hand side.
So we have a large blue screen in Studio C, which surrounds one of our sets so that we can fill it in with the oil rig once we're finished shooting. We have large blue screens throughout the entire studio, quite a few in this stage, as you can see, have come down. But it is quite blue screen heavy throughout the entire show, which is really exciting, and the VFX team have been working really hard to fill in the gaps where they can.
Yeah, I've just spotted somebody whizzing past on an electric scooter. So is that how you get from A to B here?
Yeah, a lot of the team use electric scooters or the old manual push scooters to get from one side of the studio to the other. It's quite a large space, so I think they find it the quickest way to get from A to B.
I've got to keep my voice down because I'm in the wings. The actors are filming a crucial scene at the moment on a helipad, and I'm waiting to speak to them just as soon as they're finished.
I've done my visual style.
Okay, that's the filming finished, and the actors are making their way over. I'm about to speak to IAIN GLEN, who is one of the big names starring in The Rig. IAIN GLEN, hello.
Hello.
Now, you play Magnus MacMillan, who I believe is a senior figure on The Rig.
That's right, he's the OIM, Big Mac to the rest of the crew. And the OIM means Offshore Installation Manager. And basically, he's the top dog on the entire rig. I am responsible for everything, and as a real OIM who I worked a lot with in preparation for the role called Derek Anderson said, you're responsible for everything but in charge of nothing, in that sense that you know, if anything goes wrong, you'll be culpable, but you own nothing really yourself. So it's a high pressure job in a high pressure situation. This big project here in Leith has been fantastic, and I've rediscovered a city that I love. It's a stunning city, and I'm really proud that, you know, some of the big beasts like Amazon and Netflix have discovered Scotland and Edinburgh in particular. So it's exciting times.
And do you think that these streaming platforms will find that there's so much opportunity in Scotland for future series like The Rig?
I really do. I do. And things are, you know, there's a production coming in here, another Amazon production, I think, coming into this studio immediately after we finish. There is great opportunity, and we're not quite as pricey, I think, as elsewhere, which is good in sort of all areas. We've got, you know, very, very good skill sets in all departments, and the UK generally does. You know, I think people regard highly actors from, you know, British actors all around the world, but also crew and directors. We've got some of the best directors and stuff. So the talent is there. You know, the art and craft is there.
David McPherson, you are the lead writer of The Rig, and we are standing right next to the giant sets. This must be an incredible experience for you. I imagine that you're down here most days. Tell me about the time that you've had so far.
Yeah, well, it's been a wild ride. We're very close to the end of shooting now. I've been here since, well, we started shooting in March. I've been here since about January, just getting everything prepared, and it's been absolutely crazy. The scale of the things that we're doing in here, when they told me they were going to build me an oil rig, I didn't really believe them, but they pulled it off, they managed it, and yeah, it's looking great.
Talk to me about the creation of the story. Why an oil rig?
Oil rigs have been sort of in my life ever since I was a child. My dad has worked offshore most of my life, and before that, he used to build oil rigs at the yard in Nig. I grew up on the Cromarty Firth, where they used to build the rigs there, and they still maintain them and bring them in to get fixed. So they've literally and metaphorically towered over my life. And I was just always fascinated by them, by the stories my dad brought back, and by the fact that they're such a important part of Scotland's history and present, but they're also a very hidden world. So essentially how the story starts, we've got our crew of our rig, the Kinloch Bravo, and when we join the story, many of them are waiting on their helicopter to take them home. Everyone's ready to go. But then a mysterious fog descends on the rig. Strange things start to happen. The power structures on board, they all start to break down, lots of tension. And then it becomes a bit of a mystery for them to try and figure out what's going on, what's trapping them here. and are they going to be able to get back?
Yeah, fine. So Matt, it's just this one first.
Martin Compson, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Very good, very good. Now, Fulmer Hamilton, he is your character's name. I know that you can't tell us too much about him because of plot spoilers, but can you give us a wee flavour of who he is?
Well, Fulmer, he's the communications officer on the rig. He is sort of in charge of all the radios and the helicopters, that kind of thing, but he treads the line. Well, certainly for our drama purposes and in the research, you kind of find out that there's a sort of split between the management and the people who are working indoors and sort of kind of roughnecks kind of guys outside and actually doing like a lot of the grafting and getting covered in the oil and all that kind of thing. And he kind of treads the boards of both because he's got to get out there and he's got to be inside doing his thing. So he's in his own wee world at times, you know, he's in his sort of wee nest of things. But yeah, he seems a decent enough guy.
Now, you're currently dressed in overalls. That's your outfit for the series. What have you been doing to prepare for the role? Has it been quite a sort of physical process to like, properly get stuck into being on a rig?
Well, it's a funny one because I think you'll understand once you see it, because obviously we do as much research as possible to get ready for your role, but just the way the story goes, everything goes out the window. Any protocols, anything normal goes out the windows pretty quick, and it becomes this sort of supernatural thriller. And there's there's no book for these things and how these guys react. So it's an incredible script. It's joy to be part of, and it's really nice to be part of something so ambitious being filmed in Scotland.
And of course, you spend a bit of time over in America and you've been filming in all sorts of places. What's it like to be so close to home filming in Scotland?
Oh no, it's great. I mean, I say I'm very lucky with my job that it does keep me in the UK for most of the time. So, you know, filming in Edinburgh has been an absolute joy. I love this city, and on my days off, I can get back to my place in Greenock. So, no, it's been great. It's really fantastic. Last couple of days, we've had a bit of sunshine and all that. So, yeah, it's been lovely.
And are there big set pieces that we can look forward to seeing when the rig lands on Amazon Prime?
Massive. It's massive. As I say, the scale of the thing is brilliant, and I say just to be part of something like that that's filming in Scotland, I'm really excited to see it all together because yeah, there's some huge set pieces.